It's time for a session. And I just put a mint in my mouth, so whatever.
Damn it. Okay.
Alright, so midnight.
Yep.
So are we good? Are you all set up? The sound check's alright?
Let's play 20Q as to if I'm recording or not.
Hey, Midnight, are you good with the sound?
Yes.
All right. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Now. Alright.
Wow, just in time.
Yeah.
No. It's just in time.
Yeah. So everybody, welcome back to.
It's happening.
Welcome back to
Shutting down.
No, just kidding. But hold on. So everybody, welcome back to Welcome to Earth, YouTube's favorite primetime TV show. We are live, everyone. And now, just to get something out of the way real quick.
Oh, wait. Are we rolling?
Yeah, so shut up.
Midnight,
So,
are we rolling?
Everyone, shut up. Everyone. So just to get this out of the way, Sae dies. That has no importance in my campaign, but this person named Sae, maybe a relative of Kanye West. You know, Sae West, she dies.
Oh no!
I have no idea. Hey, you shut up. You're my cameraman. This is my house. It's my house. You get out my house.
My character still.
Whatever. Anyway, so getting petty, stupid jokes out of the way. Yeah, so no references to other campaigns. Welcome back, everyone. Good to be back. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, our heroes split off into groups. However, everyone still had the same kind of objective, sorta. Everyone, after the I'm gonna call it the Chaos Shield, the Chaos Shield that was encompassing Bryn, the coastal town. After that was destroyed by the Chaos Storm's condensed lightning attack, and shards going everywhere, everyone made sure to go to the city to ensure the safety of its citizens, or just heading towards the city
to see the sights.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire.
You ever seen a city on fire? You ever just watched the world burn?
Yay! Burning good.
Alright, so...
Fire bad.
So Arya left in a hurry towards the city, and Dawn followed after her. Meanwhile, the rest of the players, and Robin and Master Tarragon, used their mirror portal, to get to another part of the city quickly. Whereupon they split up even more, and Micaiah went off to her own devices and tried to put out the fires along with one of the blacksmiths from the blacksmith. Glenn, meanwhile, stayed behind with Robin to help Robin put out the surrounding fires with an orb that could sprout. What's it called? Not sprout, but like pour?
Spout, I think you meant, without the R.
Spout, there we go. Spout.
A water spout.
Well, itsy spider went up and on. Yeah, whatever. Spouted a large amount of water, helping out this area of the town immensely. Sky went off and in the search of Arya and Down, whereupon she did find them near in Todd's whiskey. Arya and Down, before this, had found someone vandalizing Todd's whiskey and essentially stealing from said establishment in a back room where they slowly made their way in, and after a series of fortunate and unfortunate events, they made it to the back room where they confronted this humanoid, and who was actually two goblins in disguise standing on top of each other's shoulders. But
I worked.
it worked. They were using a disguised self, actually. No, they what's called they managed to pin down this humanoid, namely Down, with Sky looking in through the back door, the only other entrance or exit to this particular area. Arya guarding the burlap sack that the robber was trying to make off with. It appears that he was trying to make off with, any kind of alcohol, silverware, just anything expensive looking or shiny. But then, after a few minutes of activity, something happened from the distance. Mighty tremors in the earth could be felt throughout the whole city. They were constant, like thump, 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 but bigger, and you could feel it like an earthquake.
And if you looked at like a glass of water, could you see the ripples?
Yes. And before long, it seemed as if the town grew silent, as they were just listening in on this sound and trying to find its place of origin before just not just out of sight, but like everyone could hear it, and then cue Godzilla-like roar.
That's what the audience missed last session.
Yeah, I'm glad I could perfectly recreate the Godzilla roar.
Wait, that was you?
Man.
Yeah, that was me.
Hey.
Thanks.
Thanks.
But yeah, so unfortunately, I don't know if Galarian Micaiah will be able to play because I tagged him once, but he ain't here yet. And Stars, who plays Sky, is a bit under the weather, but he said that he'd try and chime in every once in a while if he can.
I told you, Sky inhaled too much smoke last session, so her throat is sore.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Sky wasn't using breathing protection. She didn't have a gas mask on. Like Arya and Down clearly have. Huh?
I'm just saying that she now has the mutes disadvantage.
All right, so Galarian and Glenn were at the time with the blacksmith, Robin, and Master Tarragon putting up the fires. Right. And since he's not here yet, or at all, let's start back up for now with Arya and Down and I don't know, like half of Sky, if she there.
Her beret came off, so she can't respond.
Oh no.
Let's just go back to them and the humanoid robber. at Todd's Whiskey. So, you guys just felt these big tremors. These really big. Hold on.
Holding.
Sorry, my dog just jumped in my lap and now he's making himself comfortable in between my legs. So, sorry. Blame the dogs.
Vamp.
Yeah. Okay. So you three just felt multiple giant tremors shake shake your location. The what's it called? Whatever tiny objects were still left on shelves or counters did seem to move and rumble when these tremors could be felt. And after a few tense moments, you did in fact also hear that. Scream.
Are you sure you're not just playing the soundbite again?
No, I just trust me. Bard isn't in here. Don't worry about it.
Dawn is quivering in her boots.
Be a brave bird.
Arya is just
Oh,
furious
not actually.
and confused.
Yeah. Down is, in actuality, probably, like, maybe flick an eye off to the side, like, what's the right word for it? Maybe turn her head slightly and then snap back to the person she's holding down. Make sure he doesn't use any of the distraction.
Yeah, so he is actually looking around him, trying to find the source of the noise. He seems very jittery, very tense, and very jumpy. He's like, what the blimey hell was that?
You keep him down. Arya is going to go past Sky and look outside, try to get a better view. But of course she's going to take the rapier with her, but she's going to keep the bag of goods on the ground.
So you're just going outside on the ground. You're not flying up?
She's going outside first. She's not flying up yet.
All right. So you're trying to get a better view to see if you could, maybe find the source of this thing. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. She doesn't know that there's anything in a far distance or anything like that.
No, but you did feel giant tremors and also a giant roar that rattled your skull. But all right, give me a perception check. All right, Down. What are you doing? While Arya just went past you, this humanoid still seems to be kind of like fidgeting underneath you. Well, you still have him pinned down, obviously. However, he is very jumpy right now.
Yeah. Does she have what I think she might have? Hold on. What is all in a burglar's pack? Let me just see. I'm guessing it has rope. Probably has rope. It looks like...
You didn't write it down? A player?
Oh, no.
What? A player that doesn't know all of his items available to him? Ugh.
Oh, in that case, Down is going to graciously accept the rope from Sky and do her best to try to pin this guy down. Hello, Galarian.
We have all.
Oh, hey, he's here. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Like, almost nothing at all. All right, so you're gonna take the rope that that Sky threw you and begin to tie him up.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
What
do
should I
you
roll for that?
Don't roll for it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait. He is jittery, so all right, down. I'm gonna need you to give me let's see. Just a raw strength check. Opposing strength checks. No acrobatics, no athletics, just raw strength checks.
JK? This could be 15.
All right. Well, he does seem to struggle a bit while you begin to tie up his arms and wait. What do you tie up? His arms, his legs, or everything, or what?
Can I
Tie him arms to legs.
I was gonna say yes, arms to leg.
Yeah. All right. So
Now's your chance,
okay.
Sky. Go for the hog tie.
He does. While he does seem to struggle very much in your grasp, like very much not wanting to be, tied up. Yeah, he does put up some resistance. However, you do have the upper hand in strength and skill, and so much so that you do, in fact, hog tie him up, so that now his knees are very much to his stomach, and his feet are tied to his hands and wrists.
Fine.
So he is hog tied right now. He does in fact flop over to his side because it's a very uncomfortable position. So now he looks like he's in the fetal position on his side, but he's tied up.
Fine. Well, what Dawn's gonna do is she's going to then try to pick him up and just keep him on her back as she walks out of the building. If that's a thing I can do,
Yeah.
Maybe using her wings for support.
You can pick him up. A little too late, man. She's already doing it.
Oh.
All right. So Sky, yeah, you're just a little bit too late on that. Anyway, so Down, you now have this. You easily pick him up. You easily pick him up and put him on your back, and you kind of like spread your wings a little bit to try and keep him balanced there while you walk. But it only takes a few moments and a few steps to get accustomed to it before you get the hang of it. Yeah, wings aren't very good support. They're for flying.
Yeah, we've got hollow bones and wings, but Down doesn't care.
So while you were picking him up, he does say things. He's like while you were tying him up, he was like, stop that, yeah, and then when you picked him up, he was like, don't pick me up, yeah, and it's just more sounds of struggling. But he eventually just kind of like stops once he's on your back because he knows he's more than likely going to fall off if he does anything rash. So you're walking outside, right?
Yeah, she's gonna follow after Arya.
All right. So Sky, you were halfway inside the door, so yeah, you're pretty much outside as well. So, the three of you, once outside, Arya, that was it an 18?
18.
All right, okay. So, Arya, with that 18, you can tell that everyone appears to be looking in a certain direction. And that direction is not the way you're looking, but it's behind you. So, before you turn around to look at where they're looking around, you do also spot that that the vast majority of this area, this immediate area, seems to have its fires put out. However, there's still black smoke rising up into the air, ashes everywhere. Hey, I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Something right on time. Yes. No, but you do in fact see large plumes of smoke rising into the air from the nearby buildings that have been recently put out. And some buildings don't look as good as others. They appear Some appear to have burned down entirely. Some appear to just be on their last legs. Some were better off than others, but at the very least, it seems that the majority of this area is okay? Question mark? All right, so now to the important thing. Where everyone seems to be looking, you turn your head around in that direction. Your hair that was covering your one eye, your one dragon's eye. No, I'm just kidding. You're not anime. You turn your head, and before you, I don't have a picture, but before you, off in the distance from the ocean, is where they were looking. From the ocean, you can see a giant mass that is obstructed by the smoke. However, it is in the vague shape of some kind of creature. You can tell it's some kind of creature because it appears to have arms and is standing on two legs. It is huge. It's huge. It's gonna be big. It's huge. It's tremendous. Donald Trump style. It's huge. How do you react?
Well, Down is just gonna kind of gape and all.
I asked
How's
Aria.
everyone else reacting besides Down?
Are you asking the other player characters and their actions, or are you asking about the town
everyone
people?
around her, including the player characters?
All right. Down said she was standing mouth agape at this giant creature in shock. Sky, how are you reacting? This humanoid on your back down. He can't exactly see what you're looking at, so he's just kind of like asking, "So what in the bloody hell are you looking at?" Still kind of struggling in his bonds, but all the other surrounding townspeople seem to be sharing Down's sentiment. They seem to be wide-eyed, mouths agape. Just some appear to be crying. Some appear, just very few, maybe a handful, seem to be running towards loved ones or protecting people just to shield them. Just generally getting in front of them. You can see that a few of them are embracing each other, just holding on to each other, just out of you don't know what, but maybe some emotion that is running through them, danger, something.
I should say, Down is probably more like amazement than actual like pure terrified shock or anything. But she's gonna take the kind of guy, just and try to orientate him. That way he can see what they're looking at.
All right. So Arya, how are you responding?
Noticing everyone else's responses, she's going to say out loud, Wait. This isn't a good thing? I'm confused.
All right, and it's at that moment that you say that you see this giant shadow move. It appears to be tucking in itself. Before a few moments later, its arms open wide, like splaying the arms to their sides, and you assume what its head would be rises into the air as another giant shriek escapes from its mouth. It goes. That's exactly what it sounded like. There was no auto-tune ever.
Sounds healthy.
The master of noises. Yeah. But just imagine another Godzilla sound. I'm not going to play the clip again. But yeah, it roars again, and actually this time it is even more powerful than the initial one. This one seems to create a shockwave emanating from it. So all the buildings that were on their last legs, appear to be falling over on themselves, just crumbling into ashes and rubble. Whatever buildings were standing, you can see that they actually shake, no matter the material, wood, stone, brick, mortar, anything. All of the buildings seem to shake in its presence, and from that roar, you guys are going to you guys are actually going to need to give me dexterity saving throws to not get blown away.
We get advantage, right, birds?
No.
Oh.
Not unless I gave you something that specifically does that.
Too.
Not unless I gave you something that specifically goes against that.
Does this count as staying balanced?
Post that ability again, I forget. Because I didn't make the Griffin glass, I just kind of like copy pasted it from the one on the internet. With a few minor changes, but I didn't actually bother remembering what that one was. I know it's something to do with motion, and we had it in the thingy. Now, prone the next one. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, this would count as that. So, yeah, the Griffins have advantage on this dex save. All right, so Sky got a 13. Well, Larry, you're not with this particular group.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten to you yet.
I just woke up, so I'm kind of like still like half paying attention.
Well, wake the fuck up, boy. All right, so nat 20 and 19. All right, so who was it again? So the Griffins. Yeah, okay. So the Griffins do, in fact, keep their footing, perhaps digging their claws into the dirt and making them more durable. However, Sky, you were perhaps a bit caught off, and you actually began to slip somewhat and will push back around 10 feet. You bump into a nearby building, but you do not do any significant damage to it, nor do you actually cause it to fall or anything. You just bump into it, just small love taps. But yes, you were flung back quite a number of feet. So, Arya, give me an insight check, Arya. All right, so you can clearly tell that kind of a roar is not a friendly one. That was more of a roar of anger.
That changes things.
A little.
So you can clearly tell that second roar was not a friendly one, nor was it one that was in any way, shape, or form supposed to be good.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
No. I'll specifically ask if you need to make a roll. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to tell, but So yeah, Arya, you now know that this thing is not friendly at all. So how do you react to this? How do you three react to this?
Well, Arya just did.
Down is going to say that we should get the others and get out of here.
And what are we going to do about... Oh, okay, help me out here this time. What are they? Tarragon and... Robin? Did I do it right this time? What do we do about them?
Oh, what do you think? We get them too.
Sky, how about you? You're kind of over there by a building.
Oh, also, Dawn is going to kind of glance in Sky's direction, see if she's okay.
Nah,
Also,
she's
when Arya
alright.
responded to that, she didn't look too happy.
Sky, I just gotta say, your name. I keep looking over at you, and it's not Sky, but that's not the important part. I can still, tell that you're Sky because you're Icon. But I gotta say that whenever I look at your name, I don't see Malaise. I see mayonnaise. So I keep reading mayonnaise cow.
Good
Sorry.
name.
Shut up. Anyway, so what's it called? So you guys suggested finding the others and what's it called, and getting out of here, essentially getting the hell out of Dodge.
Arya is going to
and-
quickly approach Sky and stare straight into her eyes. And
Her eye. Remember, she only has one open.
eye.
Or
Well-
visible, sorry.
Where they would be. And as quietly as she can, yet clearly as she can, say to her,
Do you really think you can arrange such a thing at this point in time?
How does Sky react to that? Let's fly to the castle.
Oh no.
no.
But won't there be people fleeing?
What was that?
Won't there be people fleeing?
Oh,
No,
okay.
I need to
So,
address this.
yeah,
It'll be clear
no,
on the
it's
recording.
it's not your mic or anything. It's your actual accent and actually getting flustered with said accent. It gets hard to understand people when they're, actually showing emotion. But yeah, okay. So at this point, you can tell that after the scream, a lot of the citizens are in fact screaming and fleeing. Oh, look, your prediction came right. They're fleeing for their lives.
But she's talking about fleeing for airships.
They're fleeing for their lives towards the airships. Which, if you didn't remember, we're at the frickin' seaside. So, I don't know.
Donna's going to move over to the two and kind of just pipe up. Wouldn't that be where the monster's going? All the screaming people?
Wait, was I that loud?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, voice from above.
You're welcome. Then, snaps fingers. My man, fair woman. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Conversing.
We'd have to speak
Not the birds.
We'd have to speak to Tarragon about the forest.
Oh, maybe
That's the only
Tarragon.
other way out.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys are heading in the direction of where you think Tarragon might be. You're going to look for him?
I suppose.
Well, either way, we have to look for him.
All right. So, you guys go in search of Master Tarragon, Robin, and the rest of your teammates. So, we're going to switch back to them now. Maybe they'll actually, be a bit more choppy and hurry because there's a giant fucking monster in town. All right. So, Micaiah, Glenn, you, Robin, Tarragon, and blacksmith number 5 were putting out fires very, very successfully with these snow bombs.
Efficient.
I might have to make that an actual magic weapon. All right, but you guys were efficiently taking out the fires in the surrounding area. However, you all stop when you feel heavy tremors in the ground shaking you to your very core as a giant roar rings out, and you can all make out the vague, shadowy shape of a monster or some kind of creature in the distance near the harbor, where you can see just this giant creature, this really menacing shadow looming over, like at the very least, like 100 feet tall. Everyone seems to be staring in that direction. How do you 3, 5? I can math. How do you react?
Yeah, Micaiah's gonna look at that, stare for like a second, and then pretty much blurt out, "We need to get out of here now."
Glenn?
Glenn turns to Robin and Tarragon are both there, right?
Yeah.
She asks, "What is that thing?"
So Robin was standing there, just beak agape, looking at this giant shadowy creature. However, he does get a tingle down his spine that makes him shiver just a little bit. On the other hand, Master Tarragon is staring straight at this thing, but he doesn't seem frightened or even scared or what's called the worry. There we go. He doesn't seem frightened, scared, nor worried about this thing. His expression is a little hard to read. If anything, he seems more stoic than anything else. He appears to be just staring at this thing intensely before he opens his mouth and says, or hold on, no, he doesn't open his mouth. He concentrates his chaos magic and turns into the other thing, the dragonborn boy. Dragon boy.
Shaving his voice.
He dragon boy. He transforms into the other dragonborn body. This dragonborn self, who you guys learned, he just calls himself Balthazar in that form.
It's his fursona.
Yeah, it's his scale sona.
Scaly.
Scales, no fur.
He switches out of the fur into the scales.
Yes. He says, we need to get your other friends and get out of here as fast as we can. Now. I cannot stay here with that here. We need to save as many bodies as we can.
What's the plan? Do we have a way out of here?
We'll use the mirror portal to create a portal out of here, but after that, it's everyone for themselves. We can't save everyone in town, as much as should. But we can at least save as many people as we can.
What is that thing?
He peers over at Robin and simply says, do you feel it? Robin slowly nods his head, still staring right at this creature, not even meeting his master's eyes. It appears to be a creature from the other realm, where the chaos storms lie and run rampant. It appears that the chaos storm called it here, summoned it from the depths. If anything, it came from a portal underneath the waters. We're going to need to go now. You need to find your friends fast. Let us make haste.
I think I saw not Micaiah. Sky. I'm pretty sure Sky headed this way.
Lead the way. And that is, yeah. And they follow you.
She goes in the direction of Todd's whiskey.
All right. I assume everybody else followed like Micaiah, namely because important characters.
Let's find the castle.
Let's find the castle. But yeah, I'm just gonna assume Glaren, you did go with them because of course you would. All right, so you guys are searching for your party members. Your party members are also searching for you guys. Hey, guess what happens?
We run
They
in
completely
circles.
miss each other.
They completely miss each other. So one of you, I'm just kidding. All right. So after a few moments of searching and a few more moments of scouting around town, you finally see this creature move into town. He gets a nice roomy apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1 full bathroom. Actually, he moves into town. He's just your local neighborhood kaiju. He's like imagine like Godzilla as Mr. Rogers. That's who this is.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Won't you be his neighbor?
Oh, nah.
No.
All right. So
Nah.
no, but
It's
he
Mr.
does.
Rogers.
It's the kaiju's name is Mr. Rogers. No, you finally see this monster move in and begin to stomp on buildings left and right as it slowly makes its way inland. Inland makes its way inland. It appears to be crushing everything in its path. It's actually very easy to see what it is now. So everyone, if you take the time to look at this thing again, you will clearly see it. Just imagine what Godzilla looks like. That's essentially what it looks like.
It's a kaiju. Classic kaiju.
You can clearly see that it looks like Godzilla. None of you know what a Godzilla is, but you can tell that it is some kind of giant, scaly looking thing, like a lizard, but it's got like spines running along its back, giant tail, big mouth, big teeth, reptilian eyes.
Would it be Jaegers?
Would it be considered a monstrosity?
If you're planning to fight this thing, I'm just gonna.
I don't plan to fight it.
Just gonna say you're gonna outright die.
No. I don't plan to fight it, but I do get a bonus to recall information about them if it's a monstrosity.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a kaiju.
It's not.
Is it like an
I told
outsider
you,
then?
sometimes I've used, what's it called? Sometimes I will use monsters and improvised monsters because of fucking Godzilla that might not line up with what the actual 5e or Pathy version is. Because these are my versions of them. I will tinker with them a little bit, change a few small things to be more in line with what I got. So
Guys, I don't know anything about this thing.
This thing ain't a monstrosity. All right, but so you guys can easily make out that it is a giant lizard boy. You can at least make that out. Anyway, so after a few moments of running around the city, running in streets and side alleys to make your way closest to Todd's Alley, making your way past citizens that seem to be fleeing in all kinds of directions away from this giant monster. You finally meet up in this one open street. You meet each other's gaze from across from both ends, and you meet each other in the middle. And that is where you all are.
There you are.
Oh.
Hurry up back there. Also, Why are you still carrying him?
Carrying who?
Yeah, why are you carrying him down? So the other team, Glenn, Micaiah, and the two, and Robin and Balthazar can see that Down appears to be carrying some extra weight. She got her own pet. It's a thingy.
Are you kidnapping someone?
Huh? Oh, no. Long story. She's probably gonna just cut the binds then and just drop him. Or see if she can slash him with her gloves or whatever.
I mean, do you have a knife that'd do the job better?
Can I just use my
I just bought a dagger.
All right, Glenn, you go over and you help Down cut the restraints on this guy.
Okay, I guess.
Oh. Sorry, Sky. I was not aware it was your rope. Down should have known better.
I just meant that she
now it's
pulled
cut
it
in
off.
half.
Oh, you untied it?
Well,
yeah.
no, not in half.
She really just pulled it off or whatever and dropped
You
it.
untied it in half.
You untied it in half.
Quarters.
Did you undo the knot? Is what you mean?
What kind of a knot is
Yes. Do I have to make a knot check?
No, you're the one that tied the knot. You know exactly how to do it in reverse. So you untie this rope, untie his binds, and you get your rope back without it being cut, even though it's not your rope. You get the rope back without having to have it
It's a
cut.
nice rope.
Yeah. So after you release this, this humanoid, he just kind of looks up in the direction of the monster that appears to be destroying the town, and he just goes, "Oh, crikey! I'm out of here. I'm heading back to Australia." And he runs off in a random direction, away from the monster at the very least, but in a random direction.
You're gonna die.
You run straight towards the monster in an attempt to escape it.
Run between his legs.
You'll never expect it, Squish.
Needs to return to Spice Australia.
All right, so you all just witnessed Down release this person. So yeah, but you still have a giant monster in the background, in kind of like imminent doom. I'm just saying, check your watch. Time is ticking.
Time is ticking.
We need to get whoever we can out of here.
Glenn turns to the old guy. He's like, "What's the plan?"
Balthazar, and right now he is
Balthazar is Tarragon.
Tarragon is I told you he has a persona. It's his name as that dragon. So he's I was gonna say he's in his dragonborn form right now. So he's Balthazar. All right, so Balthazar looks down at Glenn and responds with, once we get everyone who we can, we're going to make another portal, Robin and I. We're going to get as far away from that monster as we can. He's not a monstrosity, but you can label him as a monster. Anyway, he looks over at Robin and gives him a small vial of water, which he then pockets, and then finally he says, "I'll go look for Allie. You make sure everybody else is in a position. Yeah, make sure everyone else is in a position where we can leave." And he then does that thing where he just kind of disappears in a puff of smoke.
Wait, what kind of position is that? She asks to no one in particular because he just left.
Somewhere where we're safe from that thing for a good minute. Robin responds, and then he says, "Follow me. I know exactly where to go."
How convenient.
He runs off in the direction.
I follow.
I follow.
I am Spartacus.
Arya's following.
All right.
The whole party follows.
I assume the other two are following as well.
I don't know why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know, but you never know. I don't, like I said, I don't want to assume anything about your characters.
Okay.
Glenn comes.
Start following.
Glenn comes back and tries to hurry the rest along.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Micaiah?
I said I follow.
All right. Well, your speech bubble kind of turns on, and it's weird because sometimes I think you're silent, and then you finally talk after like 3 seconds.
It's the wind-up period.
Yeah, he's still sleepy. He's got to be like a sloth. I follow them like that. That's what it's like for me. Anyway, so you all leave and split off from Balthazar. You are all following Robin. He leads you down a few more streets where from the back, from behind you, you can clearly tell that now the monster is kind of in a bit more of a rage as he seems to be tossing around buildings as well as other structures, anything that he can, really. You can clearly tell that he is not exactly happy. He's destroying everything that he can. Fires are actually spreading even more now because he just destroyed what appears to be a factory, one of the factories in the city. Oh, and guess what? Oil's a thing. Oh, no. So, yeah, fire begins to spread around in that corner of the building, or city. He's contained in the building. Get him now! It appears, so after cutting a few more corners, a few more streets, running by some familiar shops, Arya, actually, Arya, make me a perception check. Just Arya. Just Arya.
Just Arya.
Just Arya.
Just Arya.
Just Arya. Just Arya.
Got one or two.
Just one.
Okay.
Just Arya. Just Arya. Just Arya. I'm gonna keep saying this until you roll. Just Arya.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No, what?
Everything was going so well until just now.
Until just now. All right, so you did not see this thing that would have been really cool, but however, you do in fact see one thing. You do see that you guys run past this little British boy who's now all wrapped up in gauze because he was on fire. He appears to be on a soapbox, and well, he can still move. It's not like that full body cast where it's like he's immobile. He's just wrapped up, kind of like a mummy. Anyway, you can see that he is on a soapbox, waving around a paper and saying, "Rex, to read all about it. Giant monster destroyed the city. Mass panic ensues. The SOS.
Wait, did he say that in past tense? Destroyed the city?
It's destroying the city."
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
I was gonna say he's a time traveler.
Just let me have this. Okay, you know what? He does say destroy the city. Frick you.
It pretty much already is gone.
Destroyed the city. Mass panic ensued.
I take one of the papers as we fly past.
Do you even pay for it?
How much are they?
It's a copper.
I drop a copper.
Okay. Just
It's
remember
too
to break your money because I don't care. We can just do that.
Of course.
Just split it in two, and inside it's like 10 copper coins.
Yes, because that's how money works.
I needed to break this one silver anyway.
All right. So yeah, you grab a paper, as you are running, you grab a paper, you pay for the little boy, or you pay the little boy for the newspaper. You don't pay for little Timmy himself.
Why not? Because that's the thing you can do with the ring.
You have to buy the ring first for that.
Oh, wait a second.
All right.
We're actually trying to, save lives, right? Maybe we should take this kid with us.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to take this child with you who did nothing and who's just been, cursed by the campaign to be a never-ending pain with you?
Hey, this kid is a pivotal character.
Super important.
Who knows,
All
maybe
right,
he
so-
All right, who's
killed off
carrying the kid?
Last one in.
All right. If you guys are going to bring little Timmy. Sorry, I forgot the name. Of my own character, little Timmy with you. Who's going to be carrying him on their back?
It's like Tarragon said. We want to save as many people as possible. We can't save them all.
All right. So who's having little Timmy on their back?
Everybody looks at the silent Sky.
All right. So Sky, you pick up little Timmy, and you are now saving little Timmy. Or the little Jimmy, I forget. I think it's little Timmy.
Timmy.
I forget what I wrote on the character sheet.
I think it was Timmy.
I'm gonna go with the T.
Timmy
I believe
McJimmy.
Timmy.
Timmy McJimerson.
I listened to these
Timmy.
questions over and over.
Timmy.
I'm pretty sure it was Timmy.
All right, so little Timmy, you now have little Timmy riding on your back, Sky. He comments that you feel like a wool blanket. It reminds me of my home. Extra reminds me of my home and my house that I used to have.
The burn down.
It burned down after the monster got it. My parents were also burned. It wasn't that good. Extra. Read all about it. He begins to sob into your fur, into your back fur, Sky.
So sad.
Yeah. So you guys keep running down a number of streets as the monster continues its rampage of the city, continuing to destroy anything in its path. Another thing stops you, actually, and it's Robin that notices it this time. Out in the front, from the number of passersby, he spots a certain Longma.
Woo!
A certain Longma running with another Longma, with two smaller Longma
So many
on their
long
backs.
Are you sure those aren't shortma?
No, those are actually. It's
No, I'm
actually
pretty
a
sure they're
spaghetti.
Longma.
They're actually spaghetti right now. Any more than three Longma, and they're considered spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti?
Yeah, like you know how like a bunch of crows are murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, how a bunch of crows are a murder, and like a bunch of fish is a school. It's a bunch of Longma or mom spaghetti.
This is canon now. Everyone pay attention.
Canon now.
Write this down.
Yeah, hold on.
She's writing it.
Are the devs listening?
Main 6 tape note.
Yeah, there we go. Damn it! I keep forgetting we had that as a command.
And you said how many longma does it make to make spaghetti?
Any more than three.
Okay, 3 or
Yeah. So what's it called?
all right. It's in my notes.
All right, and it's pinned too. All right, so Robin actually notices that this my family, and it goes, a mom spaghetti. And he goes, Guinness, over here. At the mention of his name, Guinness and the other Longma that were with him run over in you guys' direction, in the direction of your party, and actually come up in front of you. You all see that it appears to be Guinness, a female Guinness because eyelashes, and two smaller Guinnesses. So,
I guess it's
Guinness,
a real pub.
Guinness Jr.
Guinness Jr., Guinness Jr., and Mrs. Guinness. Yeah, so after coming over from hearing his name called, Guinness goes, Robin, I'm glad to see you. Gotta get out of here. You see that thing? It ain't safe here anymore in Britain. Robin responds with, "Hey, how could you have the chance to change your fate accent?
Oh no, he's transforming.
Voltron." No,
All the Longma form together.
Form, arms and legs. Form something else, then blah blah blah, and all form the head.
Longtron.
Longmatron. Digivolve 2. Mega Longmatron. Because Digimon. No, but Robin speaks up with, "Hey, come with us. We're going to safety. We're going to go to a meeting point of Master Terragon. Follow us." Metal Long. That's just funny. So now it appears that Guinness, his wife, and his 2 children are following all of you towards this point of meeting point that Robin just mentioned. Longmatron Mon. Wait, do they really? I thought some didn't have Mon at the end.
Nope.
Really?
All Digimon have Mon at the end.
Really? Holy
They
shit.
have to.
Huh. I never noticed. I mean, I thought for sure there was like at least a few that didn't have Mon at the end of their names.
No, those are called
Maybe
Pokemon. Anyway,
Yeah,
tell Longmatron to disassemble so we can get out of here.
Disassemble, disengage, blah.